Namaste and welcome to a new video. I woke up to the most magical kind of weather today. Dusty skies, cool breeze and that perfect stormy silence. The kind of day that smells like mitti and memories. And honestly, on days like this, all I want is a book, blanket and nothing else. But wasn't the plan. I had to go to office and thereafter a sudden plan of visiting Banjara Market was made. This place is a treasure trove of home decor, glassware, rustic platters. But let me warn you, Banjara is not for those who do not have patience. This place requires a lot of patience. You see those gorgeous glasswork, platters, you fall in love with all of it. Well, you might ask, Kaushiki, what did you buy from Banjara Market? Well, nothing. I was just browsing today and planned to come back tomorrow. Why? Because Anshuman promised me, don't worry, I'll help you carry your bags, the load and everything into the car. And the very next day, he decided to ditch. Never, I repeat, never trust your husbands with your shopping plans, especially the roadside ones. So here I am, 3 months in Gurgaon, and I have bought nothing from Banjara Market. And it is one of my biggest regrets, I tell you. I was so in love with this platter, especially, and this vase. It was so beautiful. I so wanted it to carry it back to Mumbai, but I couldn't. When I was shooting this, it was the next day when my packers were coming and it was my last night here. So tonight, I am going to do what I always do to feel grounded. I am cooking. First up, I'm making a quick snack. Chura Bhujia, it's a roasted poha, peanut, onion, garlic and some spices like salt, chaat masala, amchur powder just to make it nice and spicy. You can eat this with a dry sabzi or with yogurt or just as it is. For dinner, I am making Dal Kadhi Pakora. For that, you need soaked chana dal and masoor dal in 2:1 ratio. I'll take half of the dal and pressure cook this in water, salt and turmeric. And rest of the mixture, I'll blend it coarsely with garlic, green chilies, ginger, turmeric and salt to make crispy pakoras from it. Both these recipes are super comforting and very nostalgic. But honestly, there is a lot going on in my head today, as I mentioned. This was my first real time living alone. I am not counting hostel life because you are so protected there, bills are paid, food is served. But here I was working, paying the rent, buying groceries, and every morning cooking for myself. What I felt like eating, I made me feel at home. This Dal Kadhi Pakora is one such experiment that I felt I absolutely loved it. And from the same batter that I made pakoras, I'm going to make these dal chillas. They are much tastier than the regular besan chillas. All that you have to add to this batter is some chopped onions, chopped coriander, fresh coriander, and some kasuri methi. And just smear this on your hot tawa with very little oil and let it cook. It just takes a little longer to cook, but it's super filling because it's very high in protein and it's super delicious. For pakoras, instead of making rice, I am making oats rotis. In the night time, I feel like eating rotis more than rice. For oats roti dough, all that you have to do is boil water, like 2 cups of water and 1 cup of flour. The flour needs to be added in absolutely boiling water. Mix it till it reaches this halwa-like consistency. Cover it and turn off the gas. Let it steam and then it gets cooked. It absorbs all the water and then slowly take some amount of this dough onto the counter and then add a little bit of flour and knead it into a soft dough. Only then you can make these a nice soft fluffy oats roti. I have experimented multiple recipes and this turned out to be the perfect one. And here's how the chilla looks, absolutely crispy and tasty. You can serve this with any type of chutney or ketchup of your choice. Curry in a karai, add mustard oil and heat that. Meanwhile, in a blender, add a cup of dahi, 1/4 cup of besan, salt, turmeric, half an inch of ginger, few pods of garlic, and green chili. Mix everything into a smooth paste.
Like stars that never die, you and I will shine during the darkest times. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love.
Into the hot oil, add the tempering like hing, green chili, mustard seeds, bay leaf, curry leaves. Once the tempering is nicely cooked, then add the curd mix and stir constantly. Patience is the key here, people. You have to stir constantly, otherwise the curd will curdle. Add some water in the same blender jar and add it to the mix and keep stirring till it comes to a first boil. Once it has come to the first boil, add the dal that we pressure cooked and cook it nicely till it thickens to the consistency you like. You can add the pakoras in the cooked dal, or if you like curry with a crispy pakora, don't add the pakoras now. Leave it and add it right before you serve. I'll make some fluffy, nice, soft rotis and garnish the curry with some fresh coriander. Despite this kitchen was very tiny, I was able to make so many things in this kitchen, and I'm definitely going to miss this gas stove. And just like that, it's the next morning. The house is a mess. Packers are here and it's officially goodbye. As they say, you should love someone or some things unapologetically and fervently. Well, I love everything I had here in Gurgaon. The office here, the colleagues, my closest friends were here. And now again, I'm going to unknown. Again. Just prioritizing everyone else's need before I even find my own space. Just like you, I ask myself, why? Why do I want to do this? Why start all over again? Maybe that's what love and growth feels like. Messy, uncertain, brave. Well, today I want to say something from my heart. You know, I grew up hearing from my previous generation that women need men for security, financial, social, even emotional. But the truth is, we don't need people to protect us. We need people who see us, people who show up, who hold space for you, who don't use your emotional vulnerability against you, but rather let you be the soft and still feel the safe haven every single time. It's the kind of family, it's the kind of love we all deserve, not to pay our bills, but to make us feel whole. This was my last day in Gurgaon, and with this, I am wrapping up this chapter of my life. Well, next stop, Mumbai. I can't wait to take you along with me. Until then, stay cozy, stay kind, and don't forget to buy that thing you love before it's too late. And bye bye from now. I'll see you next time.
Lost in the city lights, our love's electric, right? You make me feel alive. I know July is gone. You make me feel at home in the neon glow. As the leaves change color,